case. The next case in concern is on the diagnosis is that what is the diagnosis? So let us start directly.
Recording in progress.
So let us start not from the description of the ulcer, because by this time I think you are well acquainted with how to describe an ulcer. We'll directly come to the question. Okay, the question in this case is that what is your diagnosis? Sir, my diagnosis is a rodent ulcer or a basal cell carcinoma on the face. Okay, on the face, in the near the inner canthus. I think you can identify that. If you cannot identify that, this is the nose, this is the mustache of the gentleman, and then sorry, I think you can now identify the ulcer. Okay, next question. Why did you say, or what are the reasons you told this to be a basal cell cancer? Number one is the age of the patient is elderly. The site of the patient is the classical site of a line that joins the angle of the mouth to the ear. If you can see the picture that you have in your screens now, so the site is the classical site of a basal cell cancer with the angle of the mouth to the angle of the ear. So this line that you have in front of your screens now is called as the Ogren's line. Oghrens. Ogren's line. And this site is also called as the site of tear cancer. Why tear cancer? Because, sir, you can see in the picture, if the patient is crying, okay, as you can see, if the patient is crying, and then this is the cancer near the inner angle of the eye. Okay, so this is a tear cancer. Next one, the edge of the ulcer. Can you tell me what is the edge of the ulcer? The edge of the ulcer is a classic rolled out ulcer or the rolled out edge.
Sir, Ogren's line is significant study
because this is the classical site of basal cell cancers are usually in the area above the Ogren's line. Sir, this is the area.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So this is the area, sir. This is a simple picture to make in an exam. This is called as Ogren's line. And as you have very rightly asked, sir, 90% of all basal cell cancers, will be coming to that again, are above the line. Okay. So the reasons of these are it occurs in elderly. Site of this is classical site. The edge of this is rolled out. And there is no regional lymph node. There is no regional lymph node involved. We'll come to one by one on each point of discussion. Please tell me when you have completed writing. Please. Completed? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Right? Chalo. Take it. Now, if this is what is important, then let us come back to the next point, sir, on something called as the next question. What is a basal cell cancer? Sir, basal cell cancers are a malignant tumor arising from the basal area. So it is a malignant tumor of skin arising from the basal layer of epidermis. So it is a malignant tumor of skin arising from the basal layers of epidermis. This is the most common form of skin cancer. This is the most common form of skin cancer across the world. In India, we do not know, but maybe. Now, what are the predisposing causes of a basal cancer? What are the predisposing causes of a basal cancer? Old age, white colored skin. Maybe we Indians are dark and this is nice that we get protected. Sun exposure. Okay. And can you tell me a Caucasian living in an adequate sun exposure area who is white in color? Hello? The best area in the world in a Caucasian living in sun exposed area is Australia. Remember that in Australia, this has one among the highest incidence of basal cell cancer in the world. Whereas if you think about Caucasians living in Africa, parallel to their Negro counterparts, they do not have that because of the skin color. Okay. Now, so these are the predisposing causes in that. Some people consider that in our part of India, arsenic exposure in the water and examples of chemical carcinogen. Now this is important. Chemical carcinogen matlab, what are the chemical carcinogen? They are polycyclic hydrocarbon. Okay, right. So they are also important, and this is along with exposure to ionizing radiation. Exposure with ionizing radiation are the predisposing causes. There are many, but you are not required to do that. Tell me when you have completed.
স্যার প্রথম স্লাইডটা একবার দেখান না বিসিসি।
Okay, chalo. Next one is, what are the sites in the human body that in which BCC is known to occur? The most common site is always the face, and this is very classically seen over a line that joins the angle of the mouth with the ear, and that line, as I have said, is the Ogren's line. 90% of the basal cell cancers are known to occur above the line. So I hope you have written this, and in this area again an MCQ is asked, which part of the face is most commonly responsible? देखो picture देखिए sir, the inner canthus is responsible for majority of the basal cell cancer. This is also called as a tear cancer. Some people call it as teardrop cancer. Okay. Have you done that, sir? Hello. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Good. If you have completed, let us come back to the next question. What are the clinical types of a basal cell cancer? The clinical types of a basal cell cancer starts with ulcerated type, something that you have seen. Ulcerated types are most common type. The ulcerated type invades into the deeper tissues and even can invade into a bone. hence it is called as a rodent ulcer. Why rodent? Because rodents are known to bury deep in that. The edge of an basal cell cancer. What is the typical description that I have taught you? Is the edge of a basal is a rolled out. Very good. And people call this to be a pearly appearance. Looks like pearls that are arranged, and it is pearly appearance. What is very important is it is an ulcer which never heals. So the patient will tell you that this is an ulcer that never heals. So if you get an ulcer in your patient's practice that never heals, please take a biopsy. Okay? This is said to be the most common type of a basal cell cancer. The second type of basal cell cancer is called as a cercinate type. What is a cercinate type? A cercinate type is an uncommon type where what happens is that it spreads laterally. As you can see, it is spreading, and the more it spreads, the center area becomes a scar. And if the center area becomes a scar, it is called as a field fire type of a basal cell cancer. Okay, called as cercinate type. The next type is something that is called as a morphionic type. Morphionic type. What is morphionic type? It appears to be raised, firm, red plaque. Okay, that is called as a morphionic type. Okay, done, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next type of basal cell cancer is called as pigmented, which looks dark brown.
सर मॉर्फिनिक टाइप का की बोल रहा सर
4 words: raised, firm, red plaque.
ओके
Pigmented type is dark brown and resembles that of a melanoma. It is differential diagnosis as a melanoma. The next type is called as superficial type, which is again not raised but a flat, red, scaly, itchy lesion. Can you tell with your gyan in dermatology any area in dermatology that is usually exactly like this and is seen in the trunk? Can you name any other condition in dermatology which is also flat, reddy, scaly, itchy? Arey? Come on, guys. Exactly, psoriasis. Psoriasis exactly resembles that. So please remember that psoriasis is exactly in this type. Okay. The next type is called as a nodular type. Okay. The nodular type looks like a dark nodule. Okay. And has some blood vessels over the surface. Bas. And the last form is called as a cystic type, which can rarely resemble a sebaceous cyst. But this is the rarest type. Now, can anyone of you tell me what are the types of a basal cell cancer? Can anyone of you tell me what is the type of a basal cell cancer? Quickly. Number 1, ulcerated. Hello. Hello. Ulcerated, cercinate, morphiform, pigmented, superficial, nodular, and cystic. Have you completed writing, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So now the next question is, can I erase this part, sir? Okay. Now, the next question is, what is your management plan in this patient? So the management plan is, I will like to confirm my diagnosis by taking a biopsy. What is the management plan? I would like to confirm the diagnosis by taking a biopsy. I would like to confirm the diagnosis by taking a biopsy. Okay. So, if I have taken a biopsy to confirm, examiner will ask you what are the findings that you get on a confirmation or in a biopsy. Again, where you taught this in pathology, sir? In basal cell cancer? Okay, so you know this. There are seeds of small basal cells with large basophilic nucleus. Okay. Now, the next difference is there are no intercellular bridges. Intercellular bridges are seen in squamous cell cancer. That means squamous cell cancers have this kind of an appearance. So this is something of a squamous cell cancer. Whereas in basal cell cancer, the cells look like this. Okay. Number 3, there is a palisade appearance. That means they are on margin of a skin. Okay. So they are on margin or characteristic margin or palisade like appearance. Last one is it contains large cells. Okay, chalo done. Next question. Hello.
Sir, বলছিলাম যে আজকে কটা অবধি চলবে একটু বলবেন স্যার?
Around 1:30.
ওকে স্যার, থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
ঠিক ডান দিকে ফোন করে বলে দেয় ভাই।
Okay. Done. Written complete up to this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. The next question is, how does a basal cell cancer spread? So basal cell cancer spreads by local invasion, bloodstream, rare, lymphatics, rare. Why is lymphatics rare? Because of the large size of the cells and because of the associated fibrosis. Okay, right. Now, what are the, so we have completed this part. What are the treatment modalities that are available? What are the treatment modalities that are available? The treatment modalities are surgery and radiotherapy. What are the treatment modalities that are available? So the treatment modalities are surgery and radiotherapy. So let me complete, just give me a minute please. Yes. So what are the treatment modalities that are available? That the treatment modalities that are available includes surgery and radiotherapy. Now in surgery, remember that the only thing to name about it is that the margin that you take can be maximum 5 millimeter margin. Okay, and this is followed by a primary suturing or a skin grafting. So this finishes your question on surgery. There is a new modality of surgery called as Mohs micrographic surgery or MMS, where the operation or the surgeon takes millimeter by millimeter margin. He takes 1 millimeter margin and sees the margin under a microscope. Until and unless the microscope margin is negative, he goes on cutting 1 millimeter, margin positive, 1 millimeter, margin positive, 1 millimeter. So either you can go for a direct 5 millimeter margin, or you can go on cutting 1 millimeter, cutting 1 millimeter, cutting 1 millimeter till you get a negative margin. The advantage in Mohs is that it makes you cut less. And as I've said, basal cell cancers are good cancers. Yes. There is a new form of surgery, honors question, called as cryosurgery for a basal cell cancer. These are seen or done in elderly, small lesion, and it has a cosmetic good result. Okay, right, done. So this completes more or less your basal cell cancer discussions with the theory short note also. Hello. Yes, sir. Okay. These tumors are extremely radiosensitive, but I'm not going to talk about
এই পেনটা
when
নিয়ে
to
এসে যাও
give a radiotherapy. I'm not going to talk
Yes, sir.
about when to give a radiotherapy.
তোমার ইন্ডাকশনটা ঠিক করতে যাও
কেন
একটা কিনে যদি
Have you completed, sir?
হ্যাঁ করলেই তো হবে।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. The next case is something that will not at all go to such a depth as the last of the few cases,
পেনটা নিয়ে
because
এসে
from now onwards the cases that you are going to see are less commonly given in an MBBS exam. So we are not going to write extreme details that you have written till now. So these are more or less all the questions. This patient, this is a case called as a malignant melanoma. I feel malignant melanoma is not at all an undergraduate case, but still, maybe that you get to see one such patient less commonly in your exams or your clinics. And what is the important thing that we can know about a malignant melanoma? How will you describe this? Number one, yes, there is an ulcer that I can see in the picture, but the better description of this is that I can see a black color pigmented, or better called hyperpigmented patch. Patch is something that is more than 5 millimeter. So in dermatology, they will be teaching you the nomenclature. It is a black colored hyperpigmented patch. Number one, the margins of this, as I hope you can appreciate, are not at all very regular. So there is an irregular margin. Number one. Number two, there is a variegated color. A variegated color money. As you can see this, some areas are light brown, some areas are dark black, etc. So that means there are changing colors. There is an associated ulceration in the skin. There is an associated ulceration in the skin, and after black color margin, variegated color, there is an ulceration in the skin, and this is followed by this being asymmetric in appearance. I should have said that before. Plus involvement of regional lymph node. Involvement of regional lymph node. Okay, so this diagnosis then thus always is a malignant melanoma. An added finding in a melanoma could be in between the lymph node and the primary pathology. You can get to see something called as a satellite or in transit nodule, which makes the diagnosis more in favor of a melanoma. What do you mean by this satellite and in transit? It technically means that if this is the melanoma and these are the lymph nodes, when they are going into this, as you can see, these are all the satellite or in transit nodules that you can see. That is something called as a malignant melanoma. The typical questions that you are asked in a malignant melanoma are, what is a melanoma? The melanoma is a malignancy that arises from the melanin producing cells of the dermo-epidermal junction.
স্যার ইনট্রানজিট নোডিউলস গুলো সারাউন্ডিং স্কিনে দেখা যায় বললেন?
Yes, sir. See the picture? Not only in the surrounding skin. If the melanoma is on the foot and this is the lymph node, please see the picture and understand. All of these are called as satellite nodule or in transit nodule. Okay? Chalo. Now, melanomas at the dermo-epidermal junction. Next, what is the benign counterpart of a melanoma? There is no benign counterpart, but still people consider that nevi, again which are taught in dermatology, okay, are nevi or technically enough called as moles, can give rise to a melanoma. That doesn't mean they are usually a benign. Nevi are not benign tumors. Nevi are not to be taught in surgery because they are taught in dermatology. To remember that the best name of a nevi is that if this is the epidermis and this is the dermis, all human beings have a nevus. And remember, if you see, they are called in Bengali as a til on the surface of the body. And these nevi, as you can see in the picture, these are there at the dermo-epidermal junction. Okay. So this is a melanoma, nevi, etc. and it is done. Now, what is important is that these nevi or the moles, particularly the size of the nevi, determines this one. If you get a nevi of this shape, now I'm going to show you a picture, you say, oh my god. If you see these things that are there on the hand, they are technically called as a nevi or a mole. Okay. But in this patient, can you see how large the nevi is?
একটা খুব
Hello.
টিল করবে টিলটের সাথে সাথে বড় হবে।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So huge. These are technically called. There, I can go on talking on nevi for next 15 minutes, but we are not required to know. Except that this comes in your picture and your MCQ world, and this is more than 15 centimeter nevi, and this is called as a giant, more than 15 melanocytic
দুটো
nevus. This has around more than 50% chance of growing into a melanoma. So it is important that you should consider excision of the whole nevus. If you are wondering how much amount of skin will I cut, unfortunately you have to cut the whole nevus if you want to avoid a melanoma. So it is unfortunate that this patient landed up with such a big nevus, but sir, kya kare? This is the nature of the disease. So the only point that you are required to know is that the size of the nevi is something that greater than 15 centimeter is called as a giant melanocytic nevi.
Good not the melanoma.
Melanocytic nevus. Now, what are the clinical features of a melanoma? Now, when I talk about the clinical features of a melanoma, melanomas can appear de novo, without a nevus, or can appear a change in a nevus. Now, if you have still not understood what is a nevus, have a look at this
500 টাকা দাম
gentleman
গুড নোট
and know that these things
500
are
টাকা
called
দিন
as
তাহলে
a nevus. Every human being of us have this.
আরেকটা শুট নোটটা ভালো
So, if someone of your
Good
relatives
note.
tell you that this is a nevus and it is not
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ ওইটা
getting very
Click করে
nice
এটা।
to look at it,
ক্লিক করে
please see the changes that are remembered by the
Uh-huh.
mnemonic A, B, C, D, E. What is A stands for? Dekho, A is asymmetry. Okay, can you see the picture, sir, on your screens now?
স্যারও তো অ্যাপেল নাকি
So, you have the presentation with you, but still, B is uneven border,
অ্যাপেল নোটে লিখছেন
C is multiple
Normal.
color, D is diameter larger than 1/4 of an inch, and E is evolving changes in color, shape, and size.
স্যার পিডিএফ ওখানে করা আছে
So this is exactly asked to you in both skin dermatology and in surgery if you really have one such case. What are the changes that happen in a nevi to call this to be a melanoma? A, B, C, D, E.
পিডিএফ বার করে হ্যাঁ
এটা তো এখানে নিয়ে এসেছি
Have you completed, sir?
ওই তো হচ্ছে তো
Hello.
আচ্ছা
স্যার এগুলো কি মানে ফেজ ওয়াইজ একটার পর একটা হচ্ছে নাকি
No,
যে
no,
কোনো
no,
একটা
no,
হতে
sir.
হবে?
All will happen at the same time. Remember, and in this ABCDE criteria, if a nevus has 3 out of 5 changes, that is to be quantified as a melanoma. That means you are following up this patient in your clinic. This is the index nevi.
হুম
Now you are taking a photograph or
প্র্যাকটিস করি
the patient sends
হচ্ছে
a
না তো ছোট করে
selfie with this nevi.
দেখো কত ছোট করে যায়
And then what will you observe to tell you that this is a melanoma?
হচ্ছে না
3 out of 5 changes in the ABCD criteria call this to be a melanoma. Okay? Hello.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Now, what is the spread of a melanoma? What is the spread of a melanoma? So, the spread of a melanoma, always remember, number 1 is lymphatics. Very important. Number 2 is blood. And when it enters the bloodstream, it goes to the lungs.
স্যার কি ছোট করে
Okay.
লিখছে আর আমার লেখা হচ্ছে না
What are the other sites in the human body? Or what are the sites in the human body that a melanoma can
ছোট
be
করে
seen?
লিখছে
3 sites.
ছোট করে লিখছে না তো
One is skin,
স্যার একটা পাতা যা
Number two
লেখে আমার
is
দুটো পাতায় তাই লেখা হয় মানে
mucocutaneous
স্যার দুটো পাতা যা লেখা আমি একটা পাতায় তাই লিখি
junction. Which mucocutaneous junction are you talking over? Sir, they are anal canal. Okay, and the oral cavity. Oral cavity is rare, sir. Anal canal is common. Third point is it can also occur in the uvea. I think you were taught this in your ophthalmology. Then, if this is complete, the next question is what are the types of melanoma clinically? The types of melanoma clinically are divided into 1, 2, 3, 4. The first type is called as superficial
হুম
সাদা হচ্ছে না
spreading. The second type is called as nodular. Okay. The third type
ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ডটা
in this is called as
স্ক্রিন
lentigo
ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ডটা সাদা করে তাহলে হবে
maligna. And the fourth type is an acral lentiginous. The fifth type is amelanotic. Now, previously I used to teach these things in details, but now my dermatology colleagues are usually they are more proficient in teaching this. So one of my colleagues told me that we do a great job in teaching. I said, okay then. But all of these variants, please remember, either have an ulcer or no ulcer. Out of these, few things to remember in this picture. The thing with the best prognosis
হ্যাঁ
অ্যাপ কিনে নাও
is a superficial spreading.
পয়সা নেই আমি
Superficial spreading has the best prognosis of all, no doubts on that. The worst prognosis is seen in an acral lentiginous. The word acral lentiginous mane is occurring in the hands and the feet. And one of the common sites of melanoma is usually under the nail fold. Now, let me ask you a very simple question. Say you are playing football and then you have a traumatic hematoma under the nail. How do you know that this is not a melanoma?
হচ্ছে না ছোট কেমন হয়ে যাচ্ছে আবার?
Pain.
হ্যাঁ
Pain.
Yes.
Okay. And pain.
Blanches
Okay,
on
chalo.
pressure.
Blanches on pressure. Okay, but both blanches on pressure, sir. It is a clotted blood. How do you know? And this clotted blood is not going away. 7 days down the line, the clotted blood is still there. But how do you know that it's not a melanoma? And what color change? Color change. Okay, it is appearing still black. So that answer is very simple. If it is a melanoma, a melanoma will go out of the boundaries of the nail. If it is a hematoma, it will stay in the nail. The maximum picture that you can paint black will always be the nail. But never will a
না
hematoma go out of the nail and infiltrate the soft
Fine.
tissues like
টাইম
this.
পাইনি
গেছিলে কি করতে কলকাতায়?
This is called as
হুম,
the
আল্লাহ
Hutchinson's
বেটারা বললো তার ঠিক করে দেবো 3 দিনের কাজ একদিনে করে দিল না
nail
আরাম ঘর তো
Sign.
দিয়েছে আমাকে আবার যেতে হবে
comes in your MCQ for description. So if a melanoma goes out
কিছু
into
সাইন
the
টাইন
soft
করে নিয়ে ছেড়ে দিল
tissues,
আমাকে এটা বড়
it is, or a hematoma will
Right,
never
it
go
is.
out of this.
না পড়া দিয়ে
A
করবো
কিডনি নিয়ে নেবে নাকি?
nail
Yeah.
fold hematoma will never go out of the nail, but a melanoma will.
লিখতে লিখতে প্র্যাকটিস করে লেখা হয়ে যাবে ঠিক।
কত ছোট হচ্ছে না গো এমনিতেই হচ্ছে
Okay.
না তো লিখবো
Right.
কি
বা কত ছোট যায়, ওর থেকে ছোট অত ছোট
Tell me when you have completed.
হচ্ছে না
হুম,
নোটের মতো হচ্ছে না
Done?
তাহলে একটা কিনে নাও।
Talk about the treatment of a melanoma. Now, when you come to the treatment of a melanoma,
দেখো এর থেকে বেশি ছোট হচ্ছে না
ওর
when
থেকে কত ছোট
melanoma
হবে রে ভাই
is
ওর থেকে?
suspected,
এটা আমি খুব জোর কষ্ট করে লিখছি তাই
কি?
কষ্ট করে লিখছি তাই
if the size
ওর
of
থেকে
the
কত ছোট
lesion
হবে? আমাকে দাও দেখে।
is less than 1 centimeter,
পেন লাগবে না।
take a full
এই শালা তোমার অ্যাপেল
thickness
কানেক্ট আছে বলে আমার এটা কানেক্ট হচ্ছে না।
biopsy
এটাই তো,
with at least 5 millimeter
এটাই তো।
3-dimensional margin.
এর থেকে কত বড় হবে? এই লেখাতে
If the size is
ঠিক আছে,
greater
এই
than
লেখাই
1
তো।
centimeter,
এর থেকে আমি কত ছোট লিখবো?
take a edge biopsy. By this time, I hope you know what is edge biopsy. After this,
হুম,
when you have confirmed that this is a melanoma, do you know of any immunohistochemical markers of a melanoma?
Yes, 100.
এটা অনলাইনে কিনেছিল তাই তো এটা স্ক্রিন গার্ডটা কত নিয়েছিল
অনেক টাকা দাম
HMP
নিয়েছিল।
45.
500 টাকা প্রায় নিয়েছিল,
Okay.
এখন কমে গেছে
Now,
তাহলে।
so if there is full thickness biopsy,
বড়লা আছে কিনা
assess for something called as Breslow
বড়লা থাকলে যাও কিনুন অনলাইনে আমি যাও দেখি
আমি একটা ইয়ে কিনবো,
thickness.
পিছনে ওইটা
Now, this is
লাগাবো।
again something that I used to
পিছনে
teach,
এই কাগজ চিকটা লাগাবো
but
এটা।
চলো
I do not feel this is important now at MBBS
দেখছি চলো।
তাহলে একশো
because you are not asked questions. Dermatologists sometimes do ask you what is the Clark's and the Breslow's thickness, and depending upon the Clark and the Breslow's thickness, you determine the next step. The next step is usually a wide local excision with at least a 1 to 2 centimeter 3D margin. This is how we go with the melanoma, sir. Hello? Done? Please tell me when you have completed writing, sir.
Done.
Done. Then, what to do with the lymph nodes?
এটা প্রচুর মানে
So lymph nodes are very straight. If the lymph nodes are palpable,
দেখে
then go for a regional block dissection. If the lymph nodes are not palpable, then go for a sentinel node biopsy. Can you tell me any other disease where a sentinel node biopsy is done?
Breast and penis cancer and penile
Breast
cancer.
and penis cancer. Very good. So this completes your melanoma discussion, at least for an undergraduate. You have done all things that you are required to do in a melanoma.
The size more than 1 centimeter হলে কি করব?
You go for an edge biopsy, sir, and then the same
মানে
thing.
after
And after that, the same thing. Chalo. So now let us move on to the next set of diseases in which you talk about an ulcer on the tongue. Now, gradually, what has happened is that this has moved out from general surgery exams and gone into super specialty exams. I do not know how, but giving the point that this is more or less the most important case or the most important type of cancer in India, but still people are not very happy giving you these kind of cases for an exam. So what we'll do is that we will talk about this disease, and we'll like to talk about a couple of straightforward questions that are asked in this kind of cancers. Okay, in oral cancers. Now, so I have taught you about in head neck chapter about what is exactly all of these points in a head neck cancer, and what are the important points to remember about in a head neck. So we have talked about this. So let us start directly on these questions. Question number 1. What is your diagnosis? Can you see the screen, sir? Okay. With this question, what is your diagnosis? Sir, my diagnosis is a patient with a carcinoma tongue. Okay. Question number 2. Why did you say this to be a carcinoma tongue? Hello? Yes. Why did you say this to be a cancer of the tongue? The answer for this is, sir, because the patient is a male elderly patient. Point number 2, the patient has a history of chronic irritation in form of a sharp tooth, oral sepsis, history of alcohol consumption, we call it as spirit, and the patient is a long-term smoker. Another S is very rare now, is syphilis. So what are the reasons? The reasons of these are sharp tooth, sepsis, alcohol, and smoker. The last point is, on examination of the ulcer is seen in the, as you can see in the picture, anterior 2/3 of the tongue. The edge of the ulcer is everted. The base of the ulcer,
sir tongue
is,
swelling का बोला
okay sir, I'm bad with spellings. Base of the ulcer is indurated. The mobility of the ulcer is low, or there is difficulty in movement of the tongue called as ankyloglossia. Okay, so there is movement of the tongue that is difficult, that is ankyloglossia. So please remember that. So please complete writing and then we come back to the rest.
tongue movement কি বললেন আপনি?
Tongue movements are restricted, called as ankyloglossia. Tongue movements are restricted, ankyloglossia. Number 4th is regional lymph nodes are enlarged. Complete?
Yes, sir.
So this is usually the question that an MBBS is asked. Why did you say this is a cancer of the tongue? The next of the questions is, please refer to your theory on the head neck chapter. The next of the questions are very straight. Next question is, what are the clinical types of a tongue malignancy? Number 1, as you have seen, it can be an ulcerated form. Number 2, it can be an elevated plaque-like form. Number 3, it can be a malignant fissure-like form. It can be serous or atrophic form. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Second question. Name me some predisposing factors about a cancer of the tongue. So the predisposing factor on the cancers of the tongue will be S, 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 and S. What are they? Sharp tooth, local sepsis, spices, spirit, মানে alcohol, smoking, we should come maybe much fast, and syphilis. Okay, they are called predisposing factor. But can you name me some pre-malignant factors? Sir, pre-malignant, very good, is leukoplakia, erythroplakia. We have a case with leukoplakia also. Okay. Now, so this is all done. Okay. So the next part is, after this is done, if you have completed this part, then we proceed. Okay. Now, completed?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, the next question is, what are the clinical presentations of a tongue cancer? What are the clinical presentations of a tongue cancer? So the main presentations of a tongue cancers include the primary lesion. As I have said, either it is in form of an ulcer, as you can see in the picture, or a plaque. Number 2, local invasion. Remember, can produce infiltration of the lingual nerve and can produce referred pain to the ear. Okay. If it is into the posterior 1/3 of the tongue that is invaded by the growth from anterior 2/3, it can produce dysphagia. Right. Number 3, it can produce ankyloglossia. What is ankyloglossia? It is non-ability to protrude the tongue. It's called as ankyloglossia. Why does it happen? Because the tongue cancer is infiltrating the floor of the mouth, and hence it happens. Next question. What is your treatment plan? How do you plan the treatment in this patient? So the planning of the treatment will require me to confirm my diagnosis by taking a biopsy. What kind of biopsy will you like to take? As I have again said, edge biopsy by an incision. Please refer to your theory notes. An incisional biopsy from the edge. The most common histologic variety is, what is the histologic variety, sir? Squamous cell cancer. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So this is all done. Now, after this is done, the next part is, I will like to assess the local spread. You have already done the local spread assessment. I will like to stage the disease. Stage the disease money. Remember in the clinical part I told you, this is the primary disease. So this is the ulcer. Okay. The ulcer will now spread to the surrounding lymph nodes. So please remember that. If this is into the surrounding lymph nodes, or this is the stage of the disease, then remember that if this is the stage of the disease, the stage of the disease is looked into by the regional lymph nodes and the opposite side lymph nodes. The regional lymph node and the lymph nodes on the opposite side. So please remember that. Okay. The investigation of choice for staging is always a CT scan of the head neck region. A CT scan tells you whether lymph nodes are enlarged, yes or no. Bas. Okay? Now, if you have completed, we proceed to the next one. Is what is the treatment that you plan? The treatment that I plan is, now treatment for you in MBBS is very difficult to say because head neck cancers have really been such a big advanced topic. But still, when you talk about, or someone is asking you in the Viva exam about the treatment of a tongue cancer, say that, sir, the treatment of the primary is a wide local excision. Now, if you are taking the tongue, so this is the tongue and this is the cancer. If you are taking around half of the tongue, this operation is called as hemiglossectomy. I don't know whether you were taught this in ENT or not. Did they teach you in ENT this part?
No, sir.
Oral cancer was omitted by ENT, isn't it? Okay, very sad. Because this is something that should have been taught by ENT, but still, they will like to go for a hemiglossectomy with a clear margin. Now, this is the primary, and this is immediately followed by a reconstruction. What kind of reconstruction is not required by you to know, because this goes a little more advanced. When you talk about the lymph nodes, the thing is very simple. Now, lymph nodes, if you see the theory notes, if the lymph nodes are palpable on the ipsilateral side, please say that I will like to do a neck dissection and then stay silent. What kind of neck dissection? Tell the examiner, I will like to remove level 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. Examiner will ask you what is the name of the dissection, radical or modified radical
যাবে সিরিয়াসলি
neck
আছে এতে 250
dissection.
মোড়ালে
কত টাকা?
250 ভালো টাকা
সিঙ্গেল
Okay.
নেবো না তো।
হ্যাঁ?
So the
আমি
examiner
single
is
নেবো
going
না।
to ask you radical or
পিছনেরটা লাগাবো,
modified
পিছনেরটা লাগাবো।
radical neck dissection. Have you completed, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is a radical neck dissection? So radical neck dissection will mean the removal of the level 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 plus internal jugular vein plus spinal accessory nerve plus any other thing that I am forgetting? Sternocleidomastoid. What is a modified radical neck dissection? It is divided into type 1, it is divided into type 2 and type 3. In type 1, what is removed?
Spinal accessory is preserved.
Spinal accessory, remember, is preserved. Very good. Type 2, spinal
Internal
accessory
jugular
plus
vein.
internal jugular vein is preserved. And type 3, all the three are preserved. So please do not tell the examiner that I am going to do a radical or a modified radical. That decision is taken during the operation table. You cannot predict that, but definitely I will like to do a modified radical. That is sometimes that's something that is always in my ability to do a modified radical, but I can do a radical or a modified radical. But this is what you are required to remember. If it is a non-palpable lymph node, then remember, as I have said, if the lesion is more than 4 centimeter or poorly differentiated, it is better to do a prophylactic supraomohyoid neck dissection, which will take levels 1A, 1B, 2 and 3, definitely of the ipsilateral side. Okay, please tell me when you have completed.
Done. 1 minute.
ও তো
Done?
লিখে নেবে।
You have completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, come to the next case. The next case is again an ulcer, but this time you see the ulcer
What
is
is the level of
I could not understand the question, sir.
sir level of lymph nodes I want to. Thank you, sir.
Level of lymph nodes, sir, we are going to come to that case, don't worry. We are going to that. That is another short case, na? We are going to come to